Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Sorry, I'm running a little behind because I had lots of just technical difficulties, and then I sat down and was ready, but my coffee was in the other room, so it was a whole thing. But good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me for day 4. May the 4th be with you, of Stitch May Q&A, a new thing where I chit-chat for 15 minutes while I answer questions and stitch on my Bushland Quaker Sal. You can join me and Bendy anytime. I have kits, I have charts and threads that are coming in from Australia. They should be here within the next couple days, so they're listed for pre-order right now. Who's texting me? How rude. Just kidding, it's not rude. So if you are waiting to join, don't worry, I'll have stuff soon. You can also get this chart. Look how beautiful. You can get this chart as a PDF from Joanna's Etsy shop as well if you are anxious to get going. And I love it so much. So today I'm really excited because we're going to stitch the first bird. Good morning, Lolly, or good afternoon for you, right? Yeah, good afternoon. Just realized how pale I look. I should put some bronzer on. Okay, I'm all discombobulated today, but today we are answering the question, how do you decide what to carry in your shop? I love this question because as a small business that kind of started, not by accident, but definitely grew into something I wasn't quite planning on or expecting or not, I don't know. It kind of just, it took on a life of its own, and that was fine with me. But I strive to have a curated shopping experience when I can. So you won't find every single thing. Also, I run this shop out of my home, so I don't have space for every single thing. But I like to carry things that I personally enjoy. I like to carry things that can be harder to find. I love getting to support new designers. The first person whose charts I carried was Michelle Bendy Stitchy. Back when she first started designing, and I said, heck yes, I want to carry your charts. And at the time I was just on my Etsy shop selling needle minders with dreams of expanding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have started this thread before I started talking. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, little tiny bird feet. But so Michelle started designing, and when she first started out, she was selling her designs herself. She was lucky enough to live near Acorns and Threads, so she had a great shop sponsor in the shop owner there. And she slowly expanded and was in a few more shops, and then she got picked up by Hoffman and other distributors, and she went to Nashville, and she's a proper little needlework designer. But I had, because I'm friends with her and because I love her, I had the opportunity to carry her designs early on. And so I love getting to do that for other, newer, lesser known designers who I also just get inspired by all the time. So, excuse me. Some examples would be Deanna from Darling and Whimsy. She does those adorable little tiny Quakers, and she has Perennial Potions series, which is super fun because she works at an apothecary museum, and so she has all these apothecary designs. It's super cool. But I love getting to support her by carrying her stuff in my shop and talking about how great she is. Same with Jonesy Stitchery. She was at Expo as her little debut, and I love I just love it. I love it. And those are, there's lots of designs where you can find them often directly from the designer. but they can be harder to source. Well, you have to like know, like, the beauty of a cross stitch store is that you get to go browsing and then find all these kind of treasures, right? And so I want to make sure that when you go treasure hunting at my shop, you have a lot of options for what you can stitch and what you can discover that you maybe haven't seen before. I just think that's super cool. When it comes to stocking, I mean, I try to carry what I know that people want to see and want to stitch. A lot of what I have in my shop is based off of customer demand, and also just like specific requests. So if there's something you're looking for that you don't see, please reach out. I had someone ask about the Shannon Christine had some new designs. They're these two like super fun, colorful, beautiful, just like summery perfection designs. One is Here Comes the Sun, and then one is Hello Summer, and they just look and feel like summer. And so she reached out to ask if I could get the hard copy charts, and I said, yes, of course. And I got them, and there's extra in the shop right now. So I love just getting to curate what I think people would like, what I personally like. It's really nice to get to, carry all kinds of charts that I won't have time to stitch because I'm running a shop, but I get to at least drool over in the comfort of my home. Oh, she's here! Yay! Oh man, I have a bird eyeball to get with the same color thread. Do I just come back or do I? No, I don't want to count up. I'm going to end the thread and switch colors. Or will I? Oh, I didn't even get my tail. Oh my goodness. What else was I? Oh, I love getting to also. Oh, okay. Stitching bee, Mandy. Stitching the Shannon Christine Hello Summer, Here Comes the Sun on black, it would pop so well. That would be so fun. You know what else would be beautiful? Would be like a nice, like a sky blue situation, like nice bright summery sky. But oh, I mean, really, that design I think could look good on anything, which is fun. Hello, Little House Stitches. Okay, let's see. What are we talking about? We're talking about stuff in the shop. Oh, I also love to carry, hold on. I cannot talk and do this. Fun little notions and accessories and stuff, because I don't think I've shown them yet in a video, but I just got skull scissors. They're so cool. They're these gold skulls, and skulls are not really my thing. Cute Halloween is my thing. And these are kind of cute. They're not like gruesome skulls. But it's just so fun to have skull scissors. I also just got, I've had a pair of them in my personal stash for a while, and I was like, why don't I have them in my shop? They are from Dinky Dyes. Do I have them behind me? No. They're Dinky Dyes sun and moon scissors, because I love the moon, and so you gotta have sun and moon scissors. Obviously, that's the rule. Let me think. What else do I carry in my shop, or why? Basically, if it makes me happy, or if one of you all want it, I'll carry it, more or less. I love that I have the flexibility without having the overhead of a physical shop. I mean, I have somewhat limited space. I'm slowly growing out of my my current situation, just filling it up with needlework. Oh, this is nice white. But for the most part, I have the space to carry what I want and live my best life. You can't see a lot of the studio right now, but it's very messy and full of boxes because I'm running out of storage situations. But that's okay with me. Nothing makes me happier than like getting to come in here and just like put thread away in alphabetical order. Oh, it's just the best. The Sun and Moon scissors are in my shop now. I think I just put them up the other day. So I have, yes, they are up. Just search Sun and Moon scissors and you should be good. Let's see. Anything else about why or how I carry what I do? Let's think. What am I? I've totally lost my train of thought. Such an enabler. Sorry, not sorry. I find too that since I like don't have enough stitching time in my life, the less stitching time I have personally, the more I enable other people. Because I want to gush over like everything, but then I don't necessarily have the time to stitch it myself. So, you know, if I can get you to stitch on something, I'm not mad about it. Let's see. Oh, I also, okay, so we're talking, how do I decide what to carry in my shop? A big part of it is also just like, what have I recently discovered that I love, essentially? And so like I went to Nashville Market in 2019 and that was like when my shop really, really expanded. But I picked up the new Dinky Dyes colors and then I stitched with one of them. And then I was like, I'm obsessed. I need all the colors. And I've just been slowly building out the Dinky Dyes collection that I have in the shop and my personal collection. Because they are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's like a full-on color line. Like in my mind, they had, like 100 colors or something. No. Just like approaching 300 colors. And they're all gorgeous. Many of them are like super variegated. They're just like really saturated colors. Oh, they're so good. They're so good. And so I've just loved getting to like fill my shop with things that I love. Oh, hi Carrie. Let's see, anything else? I don't know. What else do you want to know about the shop and what I carry or why I carry it? Some stuff is just kind of dependent on how easily I can acquire it, through distributors or through direct relationships with different suppliers and designers. Oh, come on. Do you guys... Okay, this happens to me all the time where I end up with the end of my thread gets knotted around my stitching thread, which I guess can work okay, but normally it just like tugs right out, and this one is not, and I don't want to make it mad. Luckily, this is just DMC. It's fine if hard to sell the items. It must be hard not to say one for me, one for the shop. It is really hard to say, not just say one for me, one for the shop all the time, and I do say that quite a lot. I've learned that it's much better for me, like unless I'm going to start using or stitching something immediately, it's in the shop inventory. It doesn't go into my stash until I'm like, oh, I need this color thread. Gee, I just knocked something over. I need this color thread, or I'm going to stitch this chart, like this Mojo Stitches chart, because otherwise I would have a stash that's as large as the shop. It's a big problem. It's a significant problem, to say the least. But that's also part of why I just choose to enable you all instead. So you're welcome. Yeah. I don't know, it's really fun. I love getting to browse, like, looking through the new releases pretty much every week. I add new products to the shop, I would say at a minimum once a week, but sometimes up to like 3 times a week, just depending on like what's coming out and again, it kind of comes down to like who do I have, like they're designers that I order from personally versus ordering through a distributor. And so like yesterday, Heartstring Samplery and Teresa Kogut both announced new releases. And so I think I added the Teresa Kogut ones for pre-order. I haven't put Heartstring Samplery up yet. But just like constantly adding stuff. But within that, I try to curate like what I personally want to carry in my shop. So I'll give you an example. Teresa Kogut has 2 new samplers that are perfection. One is like, I forget what it's called, but you have like a house and this lady and like a deer or something. I don't know. It's adorable. There's a raccoon on it. I love raccoons in cross stitch. It's just fantastic. And the other one is a little Halloween Quaker design. It's called Silo Witches. It's so cute. So both of those are listed for pre-order in the shop, but guess what else is listed for pre-order in the shop? Or guess what is not listed for pre-order in the shop? She also, or at least not yet, if anyone wants this, then message me, I can get it for you. She has 2 other cross-stitch designs that came out. No, Jam. No. Jam's here. He said, that is my spot. Do not put thread there. She had 2 other designs. One is a little pig named Wilbur, and he's super cute. And the other is a little goat, I think. And he's also super cute, but they are dense stitching with lots of confetti. They're very, very cute. They're very like photorealistic-ish. Photorealistic-ish is I think that's a good descriptor. But knowing my customers, I don't think that they will sell particularly quickly. And so I'm not listing those Billies right now. They're adorable, and if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please go look at them because they're the cutest little animals. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But it's like I don't have space for everything in the world, so I try to be a little selective in what I put in. Also, just like financially, I have to be smart. Yeah, I think that covers things pretty well. I also I've mentioned this, I believe, but I like carrying the things that I just personally prefer to use. So like I love stitching on 20 count Aida, and so I try to carry it in the shop as much as I can. It is kind of hard to find right now because all supplies are harder to get and fabric has a slow turnaround time, but I might have one. I might not have any 20 count Aida in stock other than Jam. He's going to jump up. He's going to probably appear behind us and cause trouble because he's a troublemaker. I don't think I have a lot of 20 count Aida in stock right now, but I hope to restock it. I also just ordered a bunch of Lugana from Mystic Fabrics because you all asked for Lugana and I said, okay, here we go. And so that'll be in eventually. I also have a Mountain Air Fabrics order coming this week, I think, from the Needlework Expo. They dyed everything to order, so I've been just like patiently, anxiously waiting for it. I don't remember what I ordered from them at all, but I'm excited to get it and find out. I think it's gonna be a fun. I'll probably do an unboxing of that just to show it all off. But yeah, I strive to have a top-notch collection of things that both make me really happy and allow you to stitch the cross stitch of your dreams. It's hard to have a one-stop shop, and with the magic of the internet, it makes it a little easier to like have a few online shops that you support and love. I realize that can be frustrating sometimes. If not, you can't, like if you need 10 colors of floss and no store has all 10. But then the fun thing is that you get to support multiple shops, which I think is super fun personally. Okay, come on. Hi, Jam. I'm trying to get him over here before we hang up. Okay, I have finished the white belly on this little fairy wren. So again, I'm stitching Take Wing by Mojo Stitches. Oh, look at the little bird belly. And she is an Australian designer, Bushland Quaker and whatnot. And you know, these birds are not birds I'm familiar with. Oh man, okay. My thread is still knotted. These birds are not birds that I am familiar with personally, because I don't live in Australia, and also I'm not familiar with birds in the States. But Joanna has a very helpful blog where he found a bag of yarn. He loves that bag of yarn. She has a really helpful blog post on her website where she tells you what each of the birds is. And so this first one is a fairy wren. So adorable. Oh, Jam. Jam is not being adorable right now. So adorable. So if you're curious to learn about the birds, go look at Joanna's website. Or I also, I put in the screenshot on my Instagram post this morning. Okay, that is our shop chit chat for today, our Stitch May Q&A. I think we're solidly in a 20-minute zone for these, but that works for me if it works for you all. That's 20 minutes of stitching a little tiny bird belly. Definitely my slowest stitching by far. But please, excuse me. If you're watching this now, I would love to get your questions for future videos. You can shoot me a DM. You can leave a comment on any of my posts. I've got a poll in my, not a poll, but like question in my stories. And I'll be back tomorrow, probably again around 7:30 Pacific. If that time bums you out because you have to work because you're not in my time zone, let me know. We can experiment with some other times too, but it works pretty well for me. So we'll stick with it for now. I also need to deal with this cat. My goodness gracious. I also, what was I saying? I'm not sure. But if you missed the beginning, I'll post this to my Instagram page. I also plan to upload like a chunk of these at a time to my Flosstube, because I know not everyone uses Instagram Live or Instagram TV, and this is by far the easiest format for me to do this, so therefore this is how we're doing it. I have to go deal with this crazy jam. I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. Have the best Tuesday available to you, and I will see you tomorrow. Jam, come say goodbye to your fans. I don't have his jar of treats, so we could trick him now. Jam, come here. No, he's eating yarn, so I have to go take that away from him now. Bye.